Have you ever wondered where the true limits of human potential lie when adversity strikes? Today, we will meet extraordinary individuals who, despite being born with unique physical forms or facing cruel twists of fate from devastating accidents, still resiliently smile and embrace life. Through love, perseverance, and an immortal faith in themselves, they have proven that no biological barrier can ever extinguish a fierce desire to live. To empower the community and share these deeply humanistic values, please hit subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Let us begin our journey to discover these immortal epics of true courage right now. Felix Gretarsson was once a skilled worker in Iceland until a shocking event in 1998 stripped away the light of his life. The moment he encountered a massive surge of energy permanently altered his physique, plunging him into a profound slumber and his darkest days. It seemed the shadow of despair would consume the vitality of this man. Yet amidst the deepest trials, the flame of his will to survive continued to smolder, waiting for the day it would blaze brilliantly against all the odds. Fate smiled upon him when he found a beacon of hope in his life partner, Sylvia, a peaceful haven who helped him stand firm through the storms. January 2021 witnessed a monumental milestone in Lyon, France, as Felix embarked on a medical journey unprecedented in human history. Through the marvel of science and extraordinary courage, he embraced a spectacular rebirth for his physical form, ushering in a proud new chapter and illuminating faith for millions of people across the entire globe. The journey to rediscover himself was never easy, but through relentless effort with intensive recovery methods, a true miracle finally manifested. Felix has now shattered all physical boundaries, steering his own way on the roads, cherishing small objects, and above all, delivering the warmest hugs to his family with his newfound strength. His remarkable story stands as an immortal epic about the fierce desire to live and the limitless power residing within the resilient human spirit. A unique physical structure from birth was never an excuse for Ricardo Benitez to surrender to fate, even though his legs bore major structural challenges. Instead of choosing a quiet life, he dove into the grueling world of sports, challenging himself with rugby and relentlessly forging his willpower through intense training. The year 2020 exploded with a monumental milestone as this man resiliently crossed a distance of over 42 kilometers after half a day of continuous movement, turning the finish line into a resounding statement against all preconceptions. That victory did not come from luck at all, but was the ultimate result of an iron spirit and a profound desire to live every moment to the fullest. The exhausted steps at the marathon finish line turned out to be the starting point for an even more spectacular breakthrough journey named Iron Man. Unsatisfied with past glory, he continues to challenge the ultimate human boundaries by throwing himself into one of the most punishing arenas on the planet, which demands absolute endurance across open waters, wind-cutting wheels, and a blazing long-distance run. This unwavering determination serves as a profound educational message about true courage, proving that human potential is entirely limitless once we dare to confront and overcome our very own fears. Lacking arms from birth due to a rare congenital condition, Donavia Walker refused to let fate imprison her future. This resilient girl chose an astonishing path of adaptation, training her feet to replace all daily activities. From writing and eating to using technology, every movement was a creative triumph of boundless perseverance. Her fierce desire for independence helped her conquer countless barriers, turning the impossible into reality through an iron spirit. That extraordinary determination serves as a profound lesson, shattering the boundaries society often imposes on a different physical structure. Each perfected skill is a resounding affirmation that true human strength lies within willpower and an immortal faith in oneself. Her breakthrough journey opens a deeply humanistic perspective on the value of relentless effort, proving to the world that no physical limitation can ever conquer a soul that hungers for freedom and excellence. The tragic event in 1997 left Juliana Oliveira paralyzed in all 4 limbs. But it could never extinguish the fierce fire of desire burning within her. Through astonishing perseverance, the Brazilian journalist resiliently conquered adversity to continue her education and assert her brilliant capability on the TV show Programa Especial. Beyond the studio lights, she shines as a wonderful mother to her 2 daughters, actively building a proudly independent life. This spectacular breakthrough journey serves as a profound educational lesson, proving that knowledge, responsibility, and courage will always triumph over any physical limitation to write a glorious future. The steady ticking of the craniofacial distraction device every day sounds like a resilient heartbeat, shifting her facial bones millimeter by millimeter to clear a path for Layla Shook's survival, battling a rare condition that severely deformed her skull structure from birth. The 9-year-old girl has faced immense pressure, threatening her airway and vision. Her childhood has not been a series of carefree days, but a relentless medical war with a painful record of undergoing 60 major surgeries just to reclaim the right to exist normally like any other child. Rising above the deep physical scars and brutal trials, the spirit of this young warrior still radiates a boundless source of optimistic energy. Her resilient journey is not only a medical miracle, but also becomes a profound educational lesson in true courage, touching the hearts of millions of people across the globe. Such unwavering determination in the face of adversity has proven an immortal life philosophy that no physical barrier can ever extinguish the fierce desire to live and the radiant smile of a soul longing to thrive. Facing severe instabilities in nutritional and physical health since the age of 9. Lauren Lax had to endure a long journey of brutal trials. At her most difficult stage, the physical form of this 27-year-old girl fell into an alarming decline as her weight dropped to a mere 36 kilograms, leaving her physique incredibly frail before adversity. Instead of surrendering to the cruel twists of fate, she resiliently awakened her survival instinct, determined to rescue herself and rediscover the light of life from those very profound vulnerabilities. Her miraculous revival has become a profound educational lesson, shattering all boundaries of despair to reach toward a much better future. Choosing not to keep this miracle to herself, Lauren decided to found and direct a comprehensive care program named Thrive to accompany and support the recovery of others in similar situations. This deeply humanistic breakthrough journey inspires a powerful desire to live for millions of souls, serving as a resounding proof that courage and determination can transform past scars into an infinite source of strength to uplift the community. Stepping into the art world with a unique physical form, as her height stopped at 91 centimeters due to a rare cartilage and hair condition. Jana had to face the solid walls of societal prejudice entirely alone. Her childhood and school years were once shrouded in the darkness of deep insecurity and profound emotional wounds from a secret romance lasting 6 years that was never socially acknowledged. Those massive psychological scars once pushed her into unhealthy habits in the past, seemingly threatening to completely extinguish all dreams and the will to survive within a vulnerable soul. Yet at the very moment she stood before the abyss of despair, a fierce passion for dance awakened and became her ultimate life raft, ushering in a proudly magnificent new chapter for her existence. Jana threw herself into the studio with iron discipline and boundless perseverance, transforming her uniquely proportional physique into a highly sharp and captivating weapon of body language. Through sweat and even blood spilled on the practice floor, she shattered every strict standard to proudly step into the top prestigious studios in Los Angeles, asserting her true status as a professional dancer. Who says a unique physical stature cannot share the frame with Chris Brown or Snoop Dogg? She shattered that prejudice with outstanding talent on global scale stages. This story stands as a resounding affirmation that genuine glory is only born when you dare to nurture a willpower large enough to transcend adversity. Hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel right now if this journey gave you an extra boost of motivation. And leave a comment so we can spread these positive energies together. A tragic diving accident at the age of 15 left Luciano Alves paralyzed in all 4 limbs. But it could never imprison the brilliant, creative world waiting to awaken inside this Brazilian artist. During grueling months of rehabilitation, he chose to embrace painting and patiently learned to control the brush using his very own lips. Each vibrant stroke ignited is not merely a unique piece of art, but also serves as a profound educational lesson in resilience, proving to the world that a passionate soul will always find a breakthrough path to adapt and triumph over the ultimate restrictions of fate. Facing profound vulnerabilities on her skin since early childhood due to a severe congenital eczema condition, Daisy Malin had to endure a grueling and challenging healthcare journey. The life of this 26-year-old girl seemed constantly tied to a continuous search for soothing relief from her body's harsh reactions. Her perseverance was tested to the ultimate limit when she turned 24. A pivotal moment when the unstable condition flared up fiercely and conventional interventions completely lost their effectiveness, pushing her to a difficult crossroads of destiny. In the face of experts' proposals for a powerful intervention that carried countless unpredictable side effects, Daisy made a courageous decision to reject the old path and choose a challenging breakthrough route. She decided to halt all external suppressive therapies, embarking on a natural self-recovery process and accepting to let her body find its inherent balance. This was by no means a surrender, but a fierce internal battle where she confronted the harshest reactions appearing on her skin's surface with an iron spirit. Her resilient decision has become a profound educational lesson in true courage and self-understanding, proving that genuine strength sometimes comes from daring to face challenges directly rather than evading them. Daisy's proud self-healing journey offers not only a powerful inspiration for living, but also opens a new perspective on the value of unwavering determination before adversity. This breakthrough story resoundingly affirms that a steadfast soul will always find the light of freedom and master its own destiny, even in the darkest phases of life. In 2004, in the Congo, a brutal trial descended upon 17-year-old Grace as an abnormal growth in her lower jaw expanded into a massive structure. This harsh presence devastated her natural appearance, pushing her into days of intense physical and mental suffering. The darkness of this rare condition gradually shrouded her youth, seemingly threatening to extinguish all hope and dreams of a normal life for the young girl. Amidst despair, a miraculous turning point appeared in the form of Mercy Ships, an international medical organization that welcomed her. The talented specialists performed a supreme surgery, entirely eliminating the abnormal structure and bringing a spectacular rebirth to her face. This grand liberation was not only a medical miracle, but also restored her right to live freely, reclaiming her confidence and fierce desire to live. Her journey of overcoming trials delivers a profound lesson in courage, affirming that human willpower is completely infinite. The story proves that love and steadfast faith can always soothe all vulnerabilities and triumph over cruel fate. Now, she proudly steps forward into the future, standing as a vivid symbol of extraordinary resilience. How has the incredible resilience of this young girl inspired you today? Do not forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments section to spread this message. Lacking legs from birth due to congenital brittle bone disease and a severe structural deformity, Zach Rule never allowed adversity to dictate his destiny. Instead of choosing a quiet life or sinking into deep insecurity, this resilient man elected to confront fate directly with an unparalleled iron spirit. He transformed the doubts of others into fuel and dove into the grueling world of physical training, beginning a journey to self-create the strongest possible version of himself. The endless days of training were a relentless battle against thousands of physical pains, testing his immense patience. With ironclad discipline and ultimate perseverance, he overcame every biological barrier to prove that the only true human limitation resides within the mind. The explosive turning point came when Zach proudly became a renowned professional CrossFit athlete, lifting weights and pushing his wheelchair past milestones that even able-bodied people hesitate to face. His spectacular breakthrough has become a profound educational lesson in true courage, deeply inspiring millions of souls across the entire globe. The story of this warrior resoundingly affirms that genuine glory does not lie within a flawless body, but is ignited by unwavering determination and a fierce desire to live fully. He transformed his physical challenges into a magnificent launching pad, proving to the world the infinite hidden strength residing within a soul that refuses to surrender. Living with the butterfly skin syndrome that leaves his body constantly sensitive and vulnerable to the slightest touch, James Dunn has never allowed adversity to obscure his true identity. Most of his physical form must always be wrapped in specialized bandages, turning the simplest daily routines into ultimate trials of immense patience. Instead of collapsing before the cruel limitations of fate, this man chooses to face everything with a resilient mindset, preserving his absolute optimism and radiant smile to master his own destiny. His passion for photography became the wings of freedom, helping him capture the exquisite moments of life through a highly artistic lens. Each photograph he takes is not merely an entertaining piece of art, but a profound educational message about the love for life, proving that the human soul can transcend all biological barriers. The warm energy radiating from him makes anyone he meets completely forget about his external vulnerabilities, opening a new and deeply respectful perspective on the true value of human presence. The desire to contribute and the open spirit of this artist have ignited a powerful torch of inspiration for millions of souls around the world. His story completely shatters all preconceptions about weakness, resoundingly affirming that willpower and immortal faith are what truly define a person's worth. This proud breakthrough journey stands as a vivid testament, showing that a resilient soul will always find the light and will never be conquered by any of life's unpredictable storms. In the vicinity of Calcutta, India, the presence of conjoined twin sisters Ganga and Jamuna Mondal has woven a story full of ups and downs regarding human destiny. With a unique physical form joined at the abdomen and pelvis, possessing 4 arms, 3 legs, and distinct internal organs, they had to face a life of exceptionally harsh trials. Throughout their youth, these 2 women endured isolation and waves of bitter discrimination from the surrounding community due to nature's variance, as if the shadow of rejection would envelop their destiny forever. Rising above the strict prejudices of society, these 2 resilient souls never allowed adversity to extinguish their simple desire for personal happiness. They patiently strive to adapt to a shared life within a highly unique physique, transforming physical barriers into a vivid testament to humanity's extraordinary capacity for harmony. The sisters' deeply determined journey delivers a profound educational lesson on respecting differences, resoundingly affirming that love and unwavering willpower can always soothe all vulnerabilities and ignite hope even amidst the darkest days. From a severe traffic accident at the age of 2 that stripped away the wholeness of her right limb, Pollyanna Hope had to embark on an incredibly grueling recovery journey in Hertfordshire, England. Throughout her formative years, this young girl resiliently endured more than 25 surgical procedures to adjust her bone structure and maintain physical flexibility. Instead of surrendering to the cruel turns of fate or letting biological barriers define her destiny, she elected to confront the challenges directly with an unparalleled iron spirit. Amidst countless physical pains, Pollyanna discovered the light of her life and her own world of freedom through the highly proud art of ballet dancing. The spins and graceful movements executed on her incomplete frame transformed the studio floor into an artistic arena, a place where she released all emotions and asserted her unique personal identity. With ironclad discipline and ultimate perseverance, she turned the seemingly impossible into a dance of pure hope, touching every single spectator. The spectacular breakthrough journey of this 15-year-old girl has become a profound educational lesson in true courage and the fierce desire to live for the younger generation. Pollyanna's story completely shatters all invisible physical boundaries, resoundingly affirming that genuine passion for art can transcend any of life's unpredictable storms. Her extraordinary resilience proves to the world that when a soul is fully determined to rise, no physical limitation can ever imprison its brilliance. In the Punjab region of India, a 60-year-old Sikh devotee named Avtar Singh Mauni has captured the world's attention with a highly unique symbol of faith. He currently possesses a colossal turban head wrap with an astonishing length reaching 645 meters when unfurled, equivalent to the combined length of 13 Olympic swimming pools. Accompanying this unbelievable size is a weight reaching approximately 45 kilograms, creating a monumental physical challenge for the physical form of the man in his 60s whenever he performs the traditional ritual. Bearing such a massive weight every single day demands iron discipline, along with admirable perseverance and physical endurance. Instead of viewing this as a burden, the resilient man has transformed it into an immense source of pride and an inseparable part of his daily routine. His deeply determined journey of endurance serves as a vivid testament showing that human willpower can adapt to and conquer all biological pressures to preserve sacred values. His journey of breaking boundaries delivers a profound educational lesson on unwavering determination and cultural appreciation, powerfully inspiring spiritual strength for the surrounding community. This unique perseverance shatters all preconceptions regarding age or physical decline, resoundingly affirming that steadfast faith can help humans conquer extraordinary milestones. The image of the devotee proudly walking with his grand symbol of faith remains a source of positive energy, spreading the desire to rise. Born with caudal regression syndrome, leaving her legs undeveloped, 14-year-old Jess Rogers in the USA transformed adversity into a launching pad for miracles. Adopted from Brazil, she used her hands to support and master every physical movement in daily life. Swimming since the age of 8 became a sanctuary, liberating her unique physique from all biological barriers. Through extraordinary independence, from steering a custom bicycle to iron discipline on the blue tracks, the world's smallest athlete delivered a profound lesson in courage. How has the incredible resilience of this young girl inspired you today? Do not forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comment section to spread this message. The devastating event in 2007 descended upon the life of former American nurse Carmen Blandon Tarleton when a violent attack stripped away her natural appearance and left severe trauma across 80% of her physical form. This harsh trial seemingly threatened to submerge this resilient woman into the permanent darkness of absolute despair. Yet at the very boundary of life and death, the flame of a fierce desire to live and an ironclad will within a brave soul continued to smolder, refusing to surrender to cruel fate. The major turning point arrived through the marvel of modern science combined with extraordinary courage. Opening a supreme surgical journey packed with challenges in global medical history. Undergoing the most complex medical interventions to reconstruct her facial structure and skin. She resiliently conquered boundless physical pain to embrace a highly special rebirth. This miraculous revival not only restored basic biological functions, but also illuminated an immortal faith in the infinite capacity of human beings. Carmen's spectacular breakthrough journey has become a profound educational lesson in forgiveness, adaptation, and resilient willpower for millions of souls across the entire globe. She refused to let past scars imprison her future, actively stepping into the light to spread a powerful source of positive energy and a deeply humanistic message. The former nurse's story shatters all boundaries of fear, resoundingly affirming that a steadfast spirit will always find a path to triumph over adversity. Now, with a new appearance and a mindset that masters her own destiny, Carmen proudly writes the next magnificent chapters of her life through sharing and inspiring the community. Her unwavering determination in facing the harshest turns of life has transformed her into a vivid symbol of unparalleled hidden human strength before the storms of existence. This deeply humanistic journey proves an immortal life philosophy that genuine glory will always be ignited from the most grueling trials. A shocking event occurring amidst extreme weather conditions pushed the life of Erin Ball, a highly charismatic Canadian circus artist, into a brutal trial as she suffered severe frostbite necrosis in her lower limbs. The complex progression forced doctors to perform surgical interventions to remove both legs to preserve her life. This cruel shock seemingly threatened to put an absolute end to the career and dreams of a person whose existence relied completely on supple physical movements. Instead of surrendering to the harsh adversity that stripped away her legs, the fire of artistic passion and the fierce desire to live within this resilient woman determinedly refused to collapse. Through months of facing ultimate physical and mental pain, she began an astonishing journey of self-rebirth. With an unparalleled iron spirit, Erin resiliently trained to adapt to her new physical form, finding ways to reconnect with the circus world through assistive devices and limitless creativity. Her spectacular breakthrough transformed the stage into an arena of hope, a place where she executed proud and captivating aerial dances. Each masterful acrobatic movement offered not only elite artistic entertainment, but also served as a resounding affirmation that physical limitations can never imprison a soul hungering for freedom. With ironclad discipline and boundless perseverance, she proved to the world the extraordinary power of daring to confront and conquer fear. The artist's miraculous revival journey has become a profound educational lesson in true courage and extraordinary adaptability for millions of souls across the entire globe. She not only rediscovered herself at the pinnacle of art, but also opened a deeply humanistic new chapter, powerfully inspiring the desire to live within the community of people with unique physical structures. Erin's story stands as an immortal epic, affirming a grand life philosophy that when human willpower is steadfast enough, all storms of fate must give way to brilliant glory. With half of her face covered by a port wine stain, Anne Antonelli was repeatedly fired from multiple jobs simply due to her different appearance. The 43-year-old accountant in Oklahoma underwent painful laser therapies for years to erase this mark to evade discriminatory stares. It seemed the darkness of rejection would permanently imprison her future. Yet the flame of resilience within that vulnerable soul continued to smolder, refusing to surrender to the strict prejudices of society. The explosive turning point arrived when Anne courageously stopped hiding and posted photos of her authentic appearance on social media, receiving a wave of deep empathy from the community. This bold breakthrough transformed the birthmark that was once her biggest insecurity into a symbol of resilience, shattering all boundaries of fear. Her story serves as a profound educational lesson on self-esteem, resoundingly affirming that genuine beauty is ignited by an unwavering will. Starting from the darkness of an orphanage in Bengaluru due to a rare congenital ichthyosis condition that left her skin constantly vulnerable, Nisha Lobo had to face the strict prejudices of society entirely alone. Her unique physical appearance once transformed the young girl's childhood into a long journey filled with obstacles and trials. Instead of surrendering to adversity or accepting fate's rejection, the flame of resilience within that vulnerable soul continued to smolder, helping her preserve an absolute faith in a brighter tomorrow. The explosive turning point arrived when a family filled with compassion embraced her, completely redefining the value of kinship and driving her to proudly rise and shine under the spotlights of Cannes Lions. Her decision to directly confront the world transformed her deep vulnerabilities into a symbol of true courage, shattering all invisible boundaries imposed by society. Nisha's story serves as a profound educational lesson, resoundingly affirming that pure love and an unwavering will can heal any physical limitation. A major medical trial in the form of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3 descended upon the life of Emily Jones just as she entered the age of 15, the most beautiful stage of youth. This rare condition severely impacted her connective tissue system, forcing the young girl to tether her daily existence to a feeding tube to survive. For a teenager, the presence of this medical device on her physical form seemingly threatened to become a heavy psychological barrier, plunging her into the darkness of deep insecurity before the outside world. Instead of accepting to let cruel fate dictate her future, a highly unique mindset and resilient bravery awakened powerfully within this determined young woman. She courageously confronted adversity directly, transforming the feeding tube that was once a symbol of vulnerability into a vivid testament to her own true courage. With an unparalleled iron spirit, Emily learned to adapt to her special physique, continuing her education and relentlessly spreading positive energy to transcend every strict biological limitation. Her spectacular breakthrough journey has become a profound educational lesson on the value of self-esteem and the fierce desire to live, touching the hearts of millions of souls. The story completely shatters all invisible physical boundaries, resoundingly affirming that genuine human strength does not reside within external perfection, but is ignited by an unwavering will. Now, she proudly steps forward into the future, standing as a grand source of inspiration for the younger generation regarding extraordinary adaptability before the storms of life. Born with achondroplasia, which caused her physical stature to stop at a height of under 1.2 meters, Tara Jolie had to face a highly difficult reality before the strict standards of society. This unique physical difference immediately placed before the young girl a long path filled with grueling trials and countless invisible barriers from the surrounding community. However, the resilient woman never allowed the strict metrics of nature to dictate or limit her own future, determined to preserve an absolute faith in the authentic values residing deep within. Instead of choosing a quiet life of evasion or hiding in a safe world to seek shelter, she courageously chose the path of directly confronting the storms. By nurturing an ironclad will and a fierce desire to live, she plunged into a journey of self-creating her strongest version to shatter every single invisible boundary. Her every proud step serves as a resounding affirmation against all public doubts, proving that extraordinary courage can transform deep vulnerabilities into a powerful source of breakthrough energy. Her ultimate determination transformed the cruel circumstances into a magnificent launching pad, helping her proudly engrave her own name on the map of miracles and assert her unique position. This spectacular journey of overcoming adversity offers not only elite entertainment, but also serves as a profound educational lesson on self-esteem for the younger generation. The remarkable story of this resilient artist becomes a powerful inspiration for millions of souls, igniting an immortal faith that a steadfast spirit will always find the light. Now, with an iron spirit forged through countless trials, she proudly steps forward into the future and spreads a highly valuable humanistic message to the community. Her breakthrough resoundingly affirms an immortal life philosophy that genuine glory is never measured by physical height, but is ignited by the immense height of one's willpower to rise. The image of this tiny woman possessing infinite strength will forever remain a blazing torch, encouraging everyone to dare to dream, dare to confront, and overcome all prejudices to master their destiny. Through each journey of rising above fate of those extraordinary individuals, we can clearly see the invaluable worth of family love, boundless perseverance, and relentless effort to master one's own destiny. Thank you sincerely for spending your precious time to watch these beautiful, deeply humanistic, and educational messages to the end. To accompany the community in spreading these noble values of life, please support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, turning on the notification bell, and sharing this video with your loved ones around you. Wish you and your family to always be peaceful, steadfast, and full of positive energy to write your very own. Would you dare trust your own eyes when witnessing bizarre twists of fate that turn severe physical disasters into miracles that shock the entire world? This is no product of technology or movies, but the brutal reality of individuals possessing the most shocking physiques and lifestyles on the planet, from a master who uses a single finger to pierce a coconut shell as hard as steel, and a woman with giant legs that challenge every law of biology, to the insane turning point of a 30-year-old man who transforms himself into an infant to escape a horrific past of abuse. Are these circumstances a cruel joke of nature, or are they the golden key that helps them break every chain of fate? Their stories do not just trigger intense curiosity and ultimate sensation among the public, they also expose the brutal, hidden realities, medical risks, and profound pain that people must endure to reclaim control of their lives. Prepare yourself for a haunting, dramatic journey of discovery and the jaw-dropping truths behind the appearances of these unique individuals in today's video. Do not forget to share the video and leave your comments immediately so you never miss the upcoming boundary-breaking journeys with us. Alan John Miller, commonly known as A.J. Miller, was born in Australia and previously worked in information technology before beginning an unusual spiritual journey. Miller attracted widespread attention after claiming that he was the reincarnation of Jesus Christ and building a community centered on the teachings he shared. According to Miller, salvation comes not only through religious faith, but also through emotional healing and personal responsibility. His teaching sessions drew a group of followers who believed that he possessed exceptional spiritual insight and a heightened level of awareness. Over time, some people left behind their former lives, including their families, jobs, and familiar surroundings, to live within the community centered around Miller. There, they worked, studied, played music, and prepared for major changes that Miller claimed would take place in humanity's future. However, opinions about him remain deeply divided. Critics have argued that this type of community structure may encourage excessive dependence on a single individual and weaken members' connections with the outside world. In contrast, his supporters regard him as a genuine spiritual guide who provides them with direction and a deeper sense of purpose. Although Miller is viewed in many different ways, his influence continues to endure and expand. In the quiet countryside, his community remains centered on the belief that humanity needs a profound spiritual awakening and an entirely new understanding of faith. Kalia Closet is a resilient young woman who became widely known for sharing her experience of living with a congenital lymphatic system disorder. The condition interferes with the body's ability to drain fluid properly, causing her legs to become severely enlarged and disproportionate to the rest of her body. Rather than hiding or trying to conceal her differences, Kalia courageously stepped into the spotlight and transformed the challenges surrounding her appearance into a powerful symbol of confidence and pride. Kalia's journey is one of transforming pain into strength. She uses social media as a platform to spread a message of body acceptance and self-love. By wearing vibrant outfits and walking with confidence and undeniable presence, Kalia proves that a physical difference can never determine a person's worth or beauty. She has not only found freedom for herself, but has also become a powerful source of emotional support for millions of people struggling to accept their own perceived imperfections. The most profound lesson we can learn from Kalia Closet is the power of acceptance. She teaches us that being different makes us unique. It does not make us a burden. Her story reminds society of the importance of empathy and of judging people by their courage and character, rather than by rigid beauty standards. Kalia is living proof that when we learn to face adversity with a smile, the world begins to look at us with admiration. Kindness toward ourselves is the first step in creating a vibrant, meaningful, and fulfilling life. Simone Thompson. Widely known around the world by her stage name Slick Woods, is one of the most prominent American models to help redefine traditional beauty standards in the international fashion industry. Born in 1996, Slick Woods endured an extremely turbulent childhood, growing up without consistent family love or care from an early age. She even spent a long period homeless and struggling to survive on the streets of Los Angeles. It seemed as though poverty and adversity might bury the young woman's future forever. But fate finally smiled upon her when she was discovered by chance by a male model and gradually entered the world of professional fashion. Her strikingly wide gap between her two front teeth, known as a diastema, and her boldly dyed buzz cut gave her an unmistakable appearance that set her apart from thousands of other models. Slick Woods quickly captured the attention of major fashion houses and, most notably, became an irreplaceable muse for Rihanna in global campaigns for Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty. The moment she proudly walked the prestigious runway while 9 months pregnant became an iconic image, delivering a powerful and authentic message about women's strength and the sacred beauty of motherhood. Yet the challenges in Slick Woods' life did not end with her difficult upbringing. At the height of her career, she faced another devastating battle after being diagnosed with melanoma, a serious form of skin cancer. Despite undergoing an exhausting course of chemotherapy that left her physically weakened and struggling with mobility, Slick Woods maintained an unbreakable spirit. She continued to appear in public with a radiant smile, boundless energy, and an extraordinarily optimistic outlook on life. Her remarkable journey of rising above adversity offers a profound lesson in resilience, courage, and self-worth. A disadvantaged beginning or distinctive physical features can never determine the limits of a person's success. Our true beauty shines brightest when we dare to accept and appreciate our natural bodies while continuing to rise from even the deepest adversity. No matter how relentlessly life tests us with painful challenges, as long as we hold on to faith, self-respect, and a spirit that refuses to surrender, we can turn the situation around and create a radiant, fulfilling life that we can proudly call our own. Joanne O'Riordan was born in Cork, Ireland, with an extremely rare condition called tetra-amelia syndrome, which means she was born without arms or legs. Instead of surrendering to adversity, Joanne's life stands as a powerful testament to the strength of willpower and the extraordinary human capacity for adaptation. From a young age, with the unconditional support of her family, she learned to use her mouth, chin, and shoulders to carry out daily activities. From using technology to writing. Rather than seeing her condition as a barrier, Joanne has always maintained an incredible sense of optimism and sharp confidence, which has enabled her to fully integrate into society and pursue a formal education. A major turning point in her inspirational journey came in 2012, when at just 16 years old, she delivered a speech at the United Nations. There, she challenged leading scientists around the world to develop a robot that could assist people with disabilities like hers in everyday life. This event not only brought her international recognition, but also highlighted the vision of a young person determined to use technology to bridge the gap in human capability. Following this, the documentary No Limbs, No Limits vividly captured her daily life, spreading her message of perseverance to millions of people around the world. Joanne did not stop there. She went on to graduate in criminology from University College Cork and became a respected sports journalist, frequently appearing in major media outlets to share her insightful professional perspective. The most profound lesson from Joanne O'Riordan's story is her concept of limits. She teaches us that physical barriers only become true obstacles when we allow them to imprison our minds. Instead of focusing on what is not possible, Joanne chooses to focus on what is possible and seeks creative solutions to achieve her goals. Her journey reminds younger generations that a person's value does not lie in their physical appearance, but in their courage when facing challenges and their positive outlook on life. She is a living symbol of turning adversity into motivation to change the world, encouraging each individual to stop complaining and start taking action to define their own unique identity. Margaret Howe Lovett was the central figure in one of the most unique and controversial scientific experiments in history regarding communication between humans and animals. In the 1960s, on the island of St. Thomas in the Caribbean, she took part in a research project funded by NASA, with the goal of exploring whether humans could teach dolphins a form of language. Her journey began when she volunteered to live almost entirely in a partially flooded house with a bottlenose dolphin named Peter. Over the course of several months, she patiently built a close bond with him, sharing daily routines, eating, sleeping, and working side by side. Margaret worked to teach Peter how to produce English-like sounds through his blowhole. Her persistence led to remarkable results, as Peter began to mimic tones and even simple word patterns to interact with her. However, the experiment gradually extended beyond its original scope. The bond between Margaret and Peter deepened, and the dolphin began to display increasingly complex and difficult-to-manage behaviors. Rather than stopping, she continued the interactions while attempting to guide and adjust Peter's behavior to maintain focus during the training process. In later reflections, she described what occurred not as something sensational, but as a natural part of the experiment's ongoing development. However, the project came to an end not long afterward. Peter was relocated to another facility, where living conditions reportedly changed significantly. According to some accounts, the dolphin gradually lost its responsiveness and eventually was unable to survive. Margaret's role and level of involvement in the overall outcome remain subjects of ongoing debate. Some view the situation as a consequence of scientific ambition, while others interpret it as the result of crossing boundaries that were not yet fully understood. Regardless of the perspective, the story leaves a lingering sense of unease, a controversial experiment, and the tragic fate of a creature unable to adapt to conditions beyond its natural environment. Is this a scientific breakthrough or a step too far? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Teresa and Anna are living proof of the power of willpower and love. Born with a congenital condition that left both of them without arms, Their lives took a new turn when they were adopted by a compassionate elderly foster mother. Instead of overprotecting them, she chose a strict yet loving approach to education, encouraging both sisters to become fully independent in all aspects of daily life. Through persistent determination, Teresa and Anna learned to skillfully use their feet to completely replace their hands, from eating and writing to more complex personal tasks. The journey of these two sisters is not only about overcoming physical barriers, but also about affirming their own self-worth. They grew up with confidence, strong personalities, and an optimistic spirit, never using their condition as an excuse to hold themselves back. The profound educational lesson from Teresa and Anna's story lies in the power of self-reliance and the importance of family trust. They teach us that adversity may limit the body, but can never imprison a soul that longs to rise. When we stop seeing ourselves as victims of fate and begin learning to adapt, every limitation can be broken through our own effort. Dylan Postel, born in 1986 in Wisconsin, USA, is a clear example of resilience and burning passion in the world of sports entertainment. From birth, Dylan was diagnosed with achondroplasia, which limited his height to just 1.35 meters. In a field where large physiques and physical strength are often seen as essential, such as professional wrestling, his small stature seemed like an insurmountable barrier. However, driven by a deep love for the sport since childhood, he never allowed his physical condition to limit his dreams. Dylan began his journey in small local wrestling promotions, constantly training and learning how to turn his uniqueness into a distinctive feature that captivated audiences. His relentless effort paid off when he officially joined WWE in 2006 under the ring name Hornswoggle. On the world's most prestigious wrestling stage, Dylan proved that talent and charisma can shine regardless of physical appearance. He quickly became a fan favorite thanks to his agile performance skills, natural humor, and full commitment in every match. Over his decade-long career in WWE, he made a strong mark through various roles, from winning the prestigious Cruiserweight Championship to participating in iconic and entertaining storylines. After leaving WWE in 2016, Dylan Postel did not stop, but continued to expand his career in independent wrestling circuits, as well as exploring acting and publishing his autobiography. His life story powerfully conveys the message of freely pursuing one's passion and refusing to be defined by physical limitations. Dylan's journey is not only about a small-statured man achieving great success, but also a powerful source of inspiration, clear proof that confidence, perseverance, and a positive mindset can help people overcome any prejudice and create an extraordinary legacy. Lisa Johnson went through many difficult years of living with deep insecurity as the depigmented patches caused by vitiligo gradually spread across her body, making her appearance noticeably different. At first, her self-doubt led her to constantly hide behind heavy makeup and modest clothing to avoid curious and judgmental stares. However, instead of letting adversity consume her, Lisa made a decisive turning point by directly confronting her own fears. She chose to remove all makeup, courageously reveal her natural skin, and transform her unique patterns into a symbol of resilience. The most powerful lesson from Lisa's life is self-respect and the ability to transform pain into a force for positive impact. She proves that true beauty begins the moment we choose to be ourselves, while also reminding us of the importance of empathy and kindness in a diverse society. Does Lisa's story change the way you see beauty and differences? Leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel to help spread the message of confidence, compassion, and kindness in society. Brooke Banker, a model from New York City. USA has turned her unique physical traits into a powerful advantage in her career. Unlike typical models, Brooke is known for her extraordinarily long legs, measuring nearly 1.2 meters 47 inches, making up about 2/3 of her total height of 1.80 meters. Once a sports-loving high school student, her life took a bright turn when she decided to step into the fashion industry. Her striking height once made her stand out and attracted many curious stares from those around her. But instead of feeling shy or insecure, Brooke has always been proud of and grateful for her natural physique. She maintains a positive lifestyle, regularly practicing yoga and staying physically active to protect her health and preserve her figure. Brooke Banker's journey is an inspiring testament to the power of self-love and acceptance. Through her personal experiences, Brooke shows that confidence does not come from trying to look like everyone else, but from having the courage to live authentically and take pride in the qualities that make us different. She proves that once we learn to love ourselves, social prejudice and restrictive expectations no longer have the power to prevent us from shining. Danny Wakefield is an inspiring American content creator who courageously shared his deeply personal and heartwarming journey into fatherhood to help break down social prejudice. As a transgender man, Danny had always carried a passionate desire to build a family of his own and experience the joys of parenthood. His life was touched by a beautiful miracle when he unexpectedly discovered that he was pregnant. Despite facing significant physical challenges and the unspoken pressure of uneasy stares from those around him, Danny chose not to hide. Instead, he openly shared his entire, deeply meaningful pregnancy journey on social media. Through honest videos and emotional personal reflections, he documented every remarkable change in his body, from hearing the baby's first heartbeat to enduring the physical hardships of pregnancy. This courageous journey not only helped him form a profound bond with his baby, but also created a strong community where people shared love, support, and understanding. The moment Danny gave birth to a healthy baby Wilder, overcome with tears of joy, became an extraordinarily emotional scene that touched the hearts of millions of viewers around the world. Through boundless love and proud confidence in his own identity, Danny Wakefield redefined the meaning of family, proving that parenthood is not limited by any conventional mold. His beautiful story has become a powerful source of inspiration, spreading a meaningful message about diversity, compassion, and every person's right to pursue a complete and fulfilling life. Vern Troyer left a lasting mark on the history of world cinema through his portrayal of Mini-Me in the iconic Austin Powers comedy film series. Standing just 81 centimeters tall, about 2 feet 8 inches due to achondroplasia, he was never overshadowed. Instead, he created a character with enormous appeal through his remarkable facial expressions and rare sense of confidence. The image of Mini-Me in his gray suit and mischievous smile transcended the screen to become an essential part of pop culture, appearing in countless media productions and memes around the world. Behind the laughter he brought to the screen was Vern Troyer's long journey of relentless effort to prove his worth in the demanding entertainment industry. He appeared in numerous major film productions, from Harry Potter to Men in Black. always demonstrating professionalism and a burning passion for acting despite facing many health challenges. His life story offers a profound lesson about making the most of what we have to achieve extraordinary things and leave a unique mark on the world. His passing left a tremendous void, but the image of this small man with a warrior's spirit and a radiant smile will forever inspire others to pursue their passions wholeheartedly, regardless of adversity. Ahmad Jaman has become a unique phenomenon in the global fashion industry thanks to the dense and striking freckles that cover his face. This is an exceptionally rare genetic trait among people with darker skin tones, creating a breathtaking visual contrast that resembles stars scattered across a night sky. Rather than trying to hide them, Ahmad transformed these distinctive pigment spots into his own fashion language, giving him an appearance that is both wild and poetic. His presence in major magazines has challenged outdated beauty standards, proving that freckles are not imperfections, but a priceless gift of nature. Rising above conventional beauty standards. Ahmad Jaman has used his public platform to promote a powerful message of accepting congenital differences. He is living proof that traits once considered outside the norm can become the very key to success in an era that increasingly celebrates diversity. Ahmad's confidence has encouraged many young people with distinctive skin pigmentation to let go of insecurity and begin embracing who they are. Do you believe that our differences can become the strength that leads us to success? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel and help spread this positive message about the beauty of individuality. Born weighing just 340 grams, so tiny that she could fit in the palm of a doctor's hand, Aaliyah defied fate in a way that astonished the medical world of the 21st century. Despite facing severe fetal growth restriction, this tiny warrior challenged the limits of biology and created an extraordinary story of survival. Aaliyah's journey stands as powerful proof of life's hidden strength, reminding the world that even within the most fragile body, the determination to survive and grow can achieve remarkable things far beyond human expectations. Devin Merck, a young woman from Georgia, has become a powerful source of inspiration through her journey of overcoming adversity in pursuit of happiness and motherhood. At the age of 12, Devin was diagnosed with the extremely rare MRKH syndrome, or Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome, which prevented her reproductive system from developing fully. This unusual medical condition not only forced her to undergo several complex reconstructive surgeries during adolescence, but also caused profound emotional trauma as she faced stigma and judgment from those around her. However, despite the enormous obstacles she faced, Devin found a place of peace after marrying a man who loved her unconditionally. A bright ray of hope appeared when doctors discovered that her ovaries were still functioning normally, giving her the possibility of having a biological child through assisted reproductive medicine. By courageously sharing her life story, Devin not only broke the silence surrounding her rare condition, but also spread a beautiful message about resilience and every person's right to pursue happiness. Iman Ahmed Abd el-Ati, a woman from Alexandria, Egypt, endured a life marked by severe medical challenges while leaving behind a powerful legacy of determination and the will to survive. From an early age, Iman suffered from serious thyroid problems and lymphedema, which caused her body to accumulate an extraordinary amount of weight. Her condition progressed until she weighed nearly 1,100 pounds, leaving her confined to her bed for more than 2 decades. unable to move independently or leave her home. Despite facing extreme physical limitations, hope emerged in early 2017 when a global medical campaign helped transfer Iman to Mumbai, India, for a groundbreaking weight loss operation. Through intensive medical treatment and a strict nutritional program, she lost a significant amount of weight, marking a remarkable medical achievement and creating an opportunity to improve her quality of life. She was later transferred to Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, to continue her physical therapy and rehabilitation. However, after enduring prolonged and complex health complications related to heart disease and kidney failure, Iman peacefully passed away in September 2017. Although her journey toward reclaiming her life ended with profound sadness, Iman Ahmed Abd El-Atti's story awakened compassion around the world, raised awareness of rare medical conditions, and highlighted the tireless strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Chandra Wisnu of Indonesia spent much of his life hiding beneath layers of clothing to conceal the thousands of tumors caused by neurofibromatosis. His quiet sacrifice was not only meant to protect himself from judgmental stares, but also to shield his children from fear or distress over their father's unusual appearance. Known as the Bubble Man, Chandra Wisnu became a powerful symbol of a father's unconditional love and an unbreakable will, reminding us that true beauty lies in selfless sacrifice and in the strength of the human spirit to rise above even the harshest challenges of fate. Master Ho stands as powerful proof of what relentless training can achieve. Using his one-finger skill to pierce a coconut shell with nothing more than his index finger. Rather than relying on natural talent, this Malaysian legend devoted more than 20 years to strengthening both his body and mind, gradually conditioning the bones in his finger until they became remarkably dense and durable. Master Ho's story delivers a powerful message. Extraordinary feats are not created by chance, but forged through sweat, unwavering perseverance, and an iron will determined to challenge the limits of human ability. Valery Spiridonov, a Russian computer engineer born with spinal muscular atrophy, once attracted worldwide attention after volunteering for what was proposed as the world's first body transplant procedure. Although he initially saw the operation as his final hope of escaping life in a wheelchair, Valery's life eventually took a far more heartwarming turn. Rather than risk a controversial and potentially dangerous operation, Valery decided not to proceed after finding true love and a sense of belonging. Today, he is married, has welcomed a perfectly healthy son, and enjoys a peaceful life while focusing on developing his career in technology in the United States. His journey carries a beautiful message about perseverance, appreciating the happiness found within family, and discovering genuine peace of mind. Reggie Bibbs lived a life filled with challenges as neurofibromatosis type 1, or NF1, severely affected his legs and part of his face, creating visible differences that could not be hidden. Rather than retreating into the shadows to escape curious stares or cruel judgments from strangers, Reggie made a bold decision. He stepped into the light. He understood that fear and prejudice often come from a lack of knowledge, and he chose to use his distinctive appearance as a bridge to break down the barriers that separate people from one another. Wearing a t-shirt with the message, "Just ask," Reggie Bibbs transformed something many people fear curiosity about physical differences into a compassionate bridge between human beings. Rather than avoiding stares or potentially uncomfortable questions, he created an open space for honest conversation, encouraging people to approach him, ask questions, and truly listen as he shared his experience of living with neurofibromatosis type 1, or NF1. That courageous choice not only allowed him to take control of his own life story, but also helped break down the invisible prejudices that often leave people with physical differences feeling isolated. Through one simple act, Reggie planted the seed for a profound shift in public awareness. The understanding that difference is not something to hide, but something to recognize, understand, and respect. What helped Reggie change people's perceptions? His courage or his openness about being different? Share your thoughts below. Hit like and subscribe to spread more inspiring stories of understanding and acceptance. Suman Khatun's emergence in the early years of the 21st century generated enormous global media attention, as the young girl from India was reported to be one of the heaviest children in the world. At just 6 years old, Suman weighed nearly 220 pounds, an extraordinary burden for her still developing bones and joints, creating a striking visual contrast whenever she appeared beside members of her family. The root of this condition was not simply eating habits, but a severe struggle with a rare endocrine and metabolic disorder that caused the brain to send constant, overwhelming hunger signals that were extremely difficult to control. Suman Khatun's case is more than a source of intense public curiosity. It also serves as an important medical record, drawing attention to the hidden complexities of genetics and the intricate biological mechanisms that modern medicine is still working to understand. Shaija, a woman from Kerala, India, has become a powerful symbol of confidence and of challenging traditional gender stereotypes. When noticeable facial hair began growing above her upper lip, she chose not to remove it according to conventional beauty standards, simply because she genuinely liked that feature. Despite countless judgmental stares and negative comments online, Shaija remained firm in her decision. With the full support of her husband and family, she proudly defended her right to control her own appearance. Shaija's courageous journey delivers a deeply meaningful message. True beauty begins with fully accepting, appreciating, and loving the unique qualities that make each person who they are. Stanley Thornton, a man from California, attracted international media attention after appearing on National Geographic's Taboo. He chose an exceptionally unconventional lifestyle, spending much of his time living as a child and using specially designed clothing and furniture made to accommodate an adult-sized body. Although this way of life sparked considerable curiosity and controversy, it held deep personal meaning for him. In reality, reverting to the state of a child became a psychological defense mechanism that helped Stanley cope with severe trauma from his past. He had experienced abuse during childhood, leaving him with lasting effects that included post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, and depression. Taking on the role of a child while receiving devoted care from a housemate who acted as a maternal figure helped him regain a sense of safety, protection, and comfort while easing emotional wounds that had never fully healed. His story once became the center of a legal debate in the United States over whether he was legitimately entitled to disability benefits. However, after a thorough medical investigation, authorities cleared Stanley and confirmed that his psychological trauma and health problems were entirely genuine. Although the darker chapters of his life were filled with pain that was difficult to express, his journey still offers a deeply human perspective on the importance of understanding and compassion toward the complex ways people try to heal themselves in the face of adversity. Marky Jaquez, a remarkably resilient young man from Kansas, left the world a beautiful legacy of courage and extraordinary optimism while living with an extremely rare condition called epidermolysis bullosa, or EB, often known as butterfly skin disease. This severe inherited disorder made his skin as fragile and vulnerable as a butterfly's wings, meaning that even the slightest touch or friction from clothing could cause painful blisters and wounds. As a result, Marky relied on a wheelchair and spent his life wrapped in protective bandages to help shield his body from further injury. Despite being told that he was unlikely to live beyond the age of 14, and despite his family having already lost another child to the same condition, Marky refused to let pessimism determine his fate. With an almost unbelievable will to live, he defied every prediction and celebrated his 21st birthday. Rather than surrendering to adversity, Marky and his mother chose to share an honest look at their daily lives on TikTok, helping raise global awareness of epidermolysis bullosa, or EB. The videos of this resilient butterfly warrior, whose radiant smile remained unbroken even through the most difficult bandage changes, quickly touched the hearts of millions. Although Marky's earthly journey came to a peaceful end in early 2022, his extraordinary story will forever remain a beacon of hope, powerfully proving that even within the most fragile body, a person can possess an unbreakable spirit capable of inspiring humanity in a profound way. The extraordinary journey of twists of fate has come to a close today, a clear proof that while physical deformity may limit the body, it can never imprison a proud soul and the fiercest desire to live fully. Thank you for bravely walking with us. If this video brought you powerful emotions and fascinating perspectives, please hit like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications to catch our upcoming inspiring stories and shocking medical mysteries. Goodbye, and see you next time. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll explore some truly astonishing and extraordinary lives from a captivating burlesque artist in a wheelchair bravely battling a rare connective tissue disorder, to the global internet sensation Hasbulla, who turned his tiny body into a platform to captivate millions of fans and even sign a historic contract with the UFC. Every story is sure to leave you stunned with amazement and admiration. Behind every medical challenge or extraordinary appearance is not defeat, but a bold declaration of the limitless power of human will. They have courageously shattered societal prejudices, redefining beauty and the desire for a vibrant life on their own terms. If you're ready to be inspired by the extraordinary drive of these individuals, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe now so you won't miss a single moment of these breathtakingly inspiring stories. Pansy Street Batty, a talented burlesque artist in Los Angeles, is an extraordinary embodiment of strength in the face of adversity caused by Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This genetic disorder, which affects connective tissue, has forced her to endure persistent health challenges and rely on a wheelchair since her teenage years. Beyond physical barriers, Pansy has also faced deep identity struggles as an immigrant, a member of the queer community, and a disabled person navigating modern society. However, instead of accepting isolation or yielding to fate, she bravely transformed performance and fashion into a powerful language to reclaim her right to self-definition. Stepping onto the stage with confidence and pride, Pansy shattered conventional beauty standards, proving that physical difference and a wheelchair can be an integral part of high art. Her performances are not merely entertainment. They are vivid stories of courage and the longing for freedom. Beyond her impressive performance career, Pansy St. Batty is also an active advocate, tirelessly sharing her authentic journey to inspire the community. She persistently uses her voice and influence to champion the rights of people with disabilities, encouraging others to embrace and love themselves while overcoming societal barriers. Pansy, Street Batty's life journey is a powerful testament that when faced with adversity, unwavering willpower and a pure artistic spirit can carve a path of glory and pride. Hasbulla Magomedov, born in the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, is one of the most famous global social media phenomena with immense influence in the modern digital space. His life journey is a unique story of how an individual turned distinctive physical traits into a platform to captivate millions of fans worldwide through confidence, humor, and an exceptionally unique presence. Hasbulla was born with a congenital growth hormone deficiency, a medical condition that has kept his height and voice at the level of a young child, even though he is fully grown. Instead of letting this barrier limit his potential, Hasbulla chose to face the world with remarkable optimism and courage. A major turning point came in 2020, when he began sharing short videos capturing his daily life, sporting activities, and humorous moments on social media platforms. His charismatic presence, unique facial expressions, and playful interactions quickly sparked an unprecedented media sensation. The nickname Mini Khabib became associated with him due to his close friendship with mixed martial arts legend Khabib Nurmagomedov. Hasbulla's fame quickly extended beyond Russia, spreading worldwide and capturing the attention of numerous entertainment stars, elite athletes, and major brands. One of the most significant milestones in his career came when he officially signed a long-term media partnership with the UFC, the world's largest mixed martial arts organization. This opportunity allowed him to travel across the globe, attend major sporting events, and meet fans in countries across the Americas, Europe, and Australia. Even under the spotlight of fame, Hasbulla has remained deeply connected to his roots, actively participating in charitable activities in his hometown and using his influence to support those in need. Hasbulla Magomedov's life journey is a vivid testament to how confidence and a positive mindset can transform destiny, enabling an individual to surpass ordinary limits and affirm their unique value on the global entertainment stage. Does Hasbulla's story inspire you with confidence and the courage to push beyond limits? Share your thoughts below. Hit like and subscribe to the channel to keep following more extraordinary journeys like this. Bella is a determined 21-year-old young woman, currently steadfastly pursuing the mission of walking independently once again after experiencing an extremely rare medical ordeal. Her challenging journey began 6 years ago, when she was diagnosed with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, a rare heart condition that causes her heart rate to spike to dangerously high levels even while at rest. At 18, a serious incident occurred during a flight, leaving her unconscious and requiring urgent medical attention from the crew. Immediately after landing, Bella was rushed to a hospital to undergo emergency heart surgery to definitively address this condition. The heart surgery was successful, and Bella officially overcame her previous heart condition. However, upon waking, she experienced severe pain in her legs. 3 days later, An unexpected allergic reaction to the anesthesia used during surgery disrupted the neural pathways between her brain and legs, leaving her unable to move from the waist down. Confronted with doctors' prognosis that walking again would be unlikely, Bella faced an overwhelming sense of loss as so much was suddenly taken from her. Yet, her initial despair quickly transformed into iron-willed determination, and she vowed to herself that she would prove those predictions wrong. Through specialized rehabilitation programs, Bella made remarkable progress, walking for the first time with the support of a modern exoskeleton. When she no longer had access to equipment at the center, she ingeniously created a training space in her living room with a homemade walking frame. By persistently pulling herself to stand and pushing herself to improve every day, Bella achieved a personal milestone of standing unaided for 4 continuous minutes. Her story stands as a moving testament to courage and an unwavering spirit that refuses to surrender in the face of adversity. The life journey of Birgit, a Paralympic athlete and popular TikTok star, is a powerful and inspiring story of courage and the magical bond between humans and sports. Born with a rare case of congenital arthrogryposis, Birgit faced completely stiff pelvis, hips, knees, and ankles, along with a severely curved spine that kept her in a folded position from birth. At just 2 days old, she had to undergo a long series of surgeries with the hope of being able to walk, but none of them brought the expected results. At the age of 7, doctors performed her final surgery, installing metal rods to stabilize her spine. Although these rods were later found to have broken, removing them was too dangerous, so they remain in her body to this day. Facing seemingly insurmountable barriers, Birgitta's mother introduced her to therapeutic horseback riding to stimulate mobility. This pivotal decision opened a brilliant new chapter in her life. Through persistent training under the guidance of a physical therapy specialist, Birgitta's talent was discovered by the Norwegian Disabled Dressage Association when she was 19 years old. She quickly advanced from national competitions to the international stage, culminating in qualifying for the 2016 Rio Paralympics. However, the challenge tested her resilience once again. During the Paralympic qualifiers, an unexpected long jump from her horse placed immense pressure on her completely rigid spine, resulting in a traumatic brain injury. Nearly 2 years later, a minor car collision caused a second concussion, inflicting serious damage and plunging her into a period of severe health crisis, where she was forced to live in complete darkness and absolute silence. Despite facing persistent symptoms for many years and being forced to step away from horseback riding since late 2024, Birgitta has never abandoned her passion. Today, with the support and guidance of her dedicated assistant, Thea, the former Paralympic athlete, is courageously regaining her confidence to return to the saddle, continuing her journey of pushing personal limits and spreading positive energy to millions of followers across social media. Birgitta is bravely returning to her passion. Does her story inspire you? Like, comment, and subscribe to follow more extraordinary journeys. Maria and Catalin's love beyond limits is a radiant testament to the power of understanding and sincerity to erase every physical distance. Catalin, a talented artist born with spinal muscular atrophy who requires continuous daily support, found a turning point in his life in 2019 when Maria reached out to him through social media, completely captivated by his artistic mind and optimistic spirit. Their deep emotional connection miraculously brought 2 souls together, leading them to move in together after only 3 weeks of talking. Although the couple faced prejudice and public doubt after sharing their story online, Maria and Catalin never allowed negative energy to affect their home. Instead, They chose to walk through every challenge hand in hand, proving their genuine love through a happy life each day while looking toward a complete future with plans for a warm and meaningful wedding. Adia Leyland and Adriel Luca Nataraja have together written a remarkable medical story. Officially recognized by the Guinness World Records as the world's tiniest and lightest premature twins. Their extraordinary journey began on March 4, 2022, at Mount Sinai Hospital in Toronto, Canada, when they were born at just 22 weeks of gestation, 126 days earlier than their expected due date. At birth, baby Adia weighed only 330 grams, while her brother Adriel weighed 420 grams, so small that their entire bodies could fit into the palms of their parents' hands. Before the twins entered the world, their mother, Shakina Rajendram, went into labor unexpectedly at less than 5 months into her pregnancy. At that time, doctors delivered an extremely grim prognosis, advising the family to prepare for the worst, as the survival chances for babies born this prematurely were incredibly low. However, thanks to the relentless efforts of the neonatal medical team and the twins' own extraordinary will to survive, Adia and Adriel miraculously overcame the brink of life and death on that fateful night. After birth, the twins spent nearly 6 months in the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, NICU, battling complex complications affecting their hearts, lungs, and skin development. With boundless love, their parents, Kevin and Shakina, remained by their side, singing and talking to provide energy and comfort. The family's resilience was richly rewarded when the twins were finally discharged, astonishing the medical team. Now, at the age of 4, these miraculous siblings are thriving, healthy, happy, and full of energy, ready to embark on the journey of starting first grade together. The life journey of Amaya, the adorable 2-year-old TikTok star, is a heartwarming story of positive energy, family love, and the will to overcome all physical challenges. Born with complex medical difficulties that began during pregnancy, Amaya has caudal regression syndrome, leaving her without legs from birth, as well as microtia and ear atrophy, which prevented her outer and ear canals from fully developing. From just 6 weeks old, she bravely underwent 3 major surgeries to address a cleft palate and jaw structure issues that caused breathing difficulties. Despite such a challenging start, Amaya's family, supported by her father Chris, mother Jaylyn, and older sister Araya, has always provided a nurturing and adaptive environment. To communicate effectively, her mother learned sign language, while the whole family adjusted their voices to be gentle and suitable for Amaya's hearing abilities. Through regular physical therapy to develop her mobility, Amaya has continually conquered milestone after milestone, showing remarkable progress at every step. Ahead of her is an important spinal surgery, and the family has set up a GoFundMe page to support her long-term recovery. Despite all challenges, Amaya always greets the world with a radiant smile, boundless energy, and a strong, independent spirit that fills her parents with pride. Sharing Amaya's journey on TikTok not only helps Jaylyn raise community awareness, but also inspires and encourages countless families facing similar circumstances, highlighting the profound value of gratitude and the celebration of differences in life. Deborah's life journey is an extraordinary story of resilience, courage, and optimism, offering powerful inspiration to the community about confidence and the desire to assert oneself. Born with congenital phocomelia, which left her arms underdeveloped, she faced a harsh first challenge when her biological mother rejected her care. Deborah spent the first 4.5 years of her life in an orphanage before entering a brighter chapter, embraced and loved by an American adoptive family in Washington. In her new home, with the support of her parents and sister, Deborah was encouraged to cultivate independence in all her daily activities. Through persistence, she mastered the technique of using her feet in place of her hands to perform everyday tasks such as opening doors, reaching for cups, and styling her own hair. Although her journey to adulthood was fraught with challenges, from curious stares and rude comments from peers to the physical pain of prolonged hand and arm surgeries, she persevered. Today, she has built a happy family of her own, sharing life with her loving husband Nathan and their son Matthew. Deborah's rise to global recognition came in 2021 when her son introduced her to TikTok. There, she began sharing authentic videos capturing her cooking, folding clothes, and other daily activities. When faced with rude comments from some viewers comparing her appearance to dinosaurs, Deborah responded with remarkable wit and humor in a video that quickly went viral, turning prejudice into positive laughter. Now, as an influential content creator, Deborah is determined to use her platform to represent people with unique circumstances. She hopes that children with limb differences can find connection, confidence, and the understanding that they have a valued place in society while browsing social media. Deborah's journey stands as a vivid testament that a positive mindset and self-confidence can transform destiny, turning perceived limitations into a source of inspiring energy that reaches and uplifts others. Ashley is a determined 23-year-old young man, currently using social media to spread messages of hope and self-acceptance. From the moment he was born, he faced a significant challenge: being diagnosed with Treacher-Collins syndrome, a rare congenital condition occurring in roughly 1 in 10,000 people. The syndrome directly affects the bone and tissue structure of the face, leaving Ashley without cheekbones and with incomplete outer ear formation. Due to the rarity of the condition, the medical team at the time also faced considerable uncertainty in approaching and treating him. Ashley's journey to adulthood was marked by long, grueling days in hospitals as he underwent more than 30 complex surgeries. Among these were extremely challenging jaw-lengthening treatments, requiring daily adjustments to his bone framework to bring his jaw into proper alignment. Beyond the physical pain, Ashley's school years were far from easy, as he became a target of mistreatment from peers due to his distinctive appearance. These experiences caused deep psychological scars, eroding his confidence and making him retreat into the safety of his family's care. The turning point came when Ashley decided to face reality and open up more to the world around him. Through his personal TikTok account, he courageously shared his authentic story, raising awareness about Treacher-Collins syndrome. Although he sometimes received unkind comments, Ashley chose to ignore them, continuing his journey of connection, encouraging others in similar situations, and affirming his unique value in life. Has Ashley's story made you reflect more on confidence and kindness? Leave your words of encouragement below, hit like, and subscribe to the channel to help share more meaningful journeys like this. Ren is a 28-year-old TikTok star full of energy and optimism, inspiring the community through her journey of overcoming physical limitations. Born without elbows and hands, Ren spent her childhood figuring out and developing unique methods to complete everyday tasks, building an independent life. She maintains a very open perspective, often sharing that she can accomplish almost anything, just in a different way that requires more effort than the average person. Ren's journey into adulthood faced numerous obstacles, particularly in the realm of relationships, as she often encountered rejection due to societal biases about appearance. A happy turning point came when she met her current boyfriend, Timmy, through a dating app. Timmy's sincerity and open-mindedness allowed them to quickly connect and form a strong bond. Today, he is not only a steadfast support in her daily life, but also a collaborator, assisting Ren in creating her social media content. Through her personal TikTok account, Ren regularly shares fun and humorous videos to raise awareness about the lives of people with disabilities. Although she sometimes faces curious stares in public or unkind comments online, she chooses to ignore them and focus on spreading positive energy. Through her life story, Ren delivers a meaningful message. Everyone possesses extraordinary potential, and with enough time and perseverance, each person can find their own unique path in life. Through a deeply human perspective on unconventional beauty, Georgia Lanutza transformed the marks on her skin into symbols of resilience and self-respect. Living with psoriasis that covered much of her body since the age of 13, following the emotional trauma of losing a loved one, the young British woman endured a long period of insecurity and self-doubt while facing harsh, judgmental stares from society. However, instead of continuing to hide or cover herself with layers of clothing, Georgia Lanutza made a courageous turning point by choosing to reveal her differences in front of the camera. She strongly emphasized that physical features can never define a person's worth or soul. Instead, they can serve as proof of a long and difficult journey toward acceptance, healing, and inner peace. By openly sharing her authentic images and personal story across media platforms, Georgia Lanutza not only freed herself from the constraints of rigid beauty standards, but also became a powerful voice for a community of people striving to learn self-love. Her journey has ignited a spark of hope, encouraging millions around the world to bravely step out of the shadows of insecurity and confidently shine in their own unique way. The love story and journey of building a family together by Laura and Nathan Phillips stand as a beautiful testament to the power of emotional connection that rises above every physical barrier. The British couple were both born with rare forms of genetic dwarfism. Though their conditions are entirely different, Nathan lives with pseudoachondroplasia, while Laura was born with achondroplasia. Rather than allowing these challenges to separate them, their shared experiences became a powerful bond, enabling them to deeply understand the daily difficulties of living in a world designed primarily for people of average height. The greatest challenge Laura and Nathan faced was not only overcoming society's curious stares, but also making the incredibly brave decision to welcome a child into their lives, because they carry two different genetic conditions. Laura's pregnancy involved numerous complex medical risks, yet through their overwhelming desire to become parents and their remarkable optimism, the couple experienced immense joy when they welcomed their beautiful son into the world, a child who inherited both rare genetic traits from his mother and father. Despite the challenges that still lie ahead, Laura and Nathan continue to walk proudly side by side, openly sharing their family's story through the media in hopes of changing public perceptions. With their radiant smiles and genuine love, they have shattered harmful stereotypes, powerfully proving that a truly happy family is built upon respect, compassion, and the ability to embrace every unique difference that life creates. What do you think truly creates a happy family? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more heartwarming and inspiring stories like Laura and Nathan's. Alana Tillman was born with congenital arthrogryposis, which left her hands powerless from her very first breath. But fate could not imprison the artistic spirit of this young woman from California. Instead of giving up, Alana learned to turn her feet and mouth into magical hands. From the scribbles of her childhood, she persevered and trained to become a professional painter, with each artwork serving as a symphony of color and freedom. In a room flooded with light, Alana skillfully controls her brush with her mouth, carefully detailing each element until flowers or natural landscapes come to life. She paints not just to make a living, but to assert her vibrant presence in the world. Each of Alana's artworks is a declaration disability exists only in the body, while creativity is limitless. She has transformed physical limitations into a unique artistic style, full of vitality and optimism. Alana also inspires others through her own art projects, encouraging people to find joy in their differences. She appears in public with a radiant smile, breaking down all barriers of pity. Alana's story reminds us that when one door closes, the human spirit will find a way to open another window facing the sun. She doesn't just paint, she is redefining beauty and perseverance through her art. Kayla Hansen's remarkable inner strength helped her endure the challenges of complex regional pain syndrome, CRPS, a rare condition known for causing intense, persistent pain sensations throughout the body. What began as a seemingly minor hand injury developed into a severe medical struggle, with symptoms that spread widely and dramatically affected her daily life. Despite facing extraordinary physical hardship, Kayla chose to share her story to raise awareness and offer hope to others living with similar conditions, turning her personal battle into a source of encouragement and resilience. This journey serves as a profound educational lesson on resilience and the value of a steadfast spirit when facing adversity. The inspiring story offers an authentic look into a rare medical syndrome while spreading positive energy to the community. Through this, viewers are motivated to appreciate life, practice empathy, and support those going through hardships, ultimately building a better and more compassionate world where people overcome dark times together. Kara Cruz, 36, from New Brighton, Pennsylvania, is a courageous woman who has lived with lipedema and lymphedema since her teenage years. For many years, these conditions deeply affected her confidence and body image, making it difficult for her to accept her own body. Kara's life began to change when she decided to create an Instagram account on a dare from her boyfriend. From this small step, she gradually found the courage to face her fears and join the body-positive community, where people encourage one another to embrace and celebrate themselves regardless of shape or size. With the support of 25,000 Instagram followers and meetups with Yinz's Bopo group, Kara found confidence and pride in her body. Today, she openly embraces her natural curves, sharing a powerful message of self-respect and self-love. Kara's journey is a living testament that, with persistence and courage, anyone can overcome personal insecurities, gain confidence, and inspire others to begin their own journey of self-acceptance. The deeply moving journeys of overcoming adversity by our characters today serve as the most powerful reminder that physical barriers may limit the body, but they can never imprison a free soul and an iron will. When we choose to confront challenges with courage and an optimistic smile, every limitation in life can be broken to make way for miracles. We hope that the flame of resilience from their stories has given you the strength to stand firm through any storm in your own life. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts in the comments below, and click subscribe so we can meet again in the next extraordinary and inspiring journeys. In a world that continuously celebrates perfect templates, there are exceptional individuals who choose a prouder path, utilizing their own profound traumas to awaken humanity to the priceless value of life. They are the most vivid testaments that genuine beauty and strength are never constructed from temporary illusions, but must originate from thoroughly sound thinking and the discipline to protect existence. Looking at their journey of confronting trials and courageously stepping into the light, do you realize that the boundary between peace and storms is inherently fragile, yet how we react is the ultimate resounding answer? If you truly admire and salute their resilient bravery that rises above all stereotypes, please support the video with a like right away. Leave a comment expressing your own thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to explore the most deserving life lessons together. Afflicted with cerebral palsy since 10 months old, leaving his body completely immobile, Adam still nurtured a rich imagination and an indomitable will. Through his mother's immense love, he learned to communicate and write via alphabet eye blinks, revealing a natural poetic talent at age 9. This miraculous spiritual strength helped him shatter physical barriers, proving that human mind and soul are immortal, and no adversity can ever imprison the profound desire for absolute freedom. The pinnacle of his creativity was the poem Christmas Apes, later transformed into a warm melody by musician Tom Harrison as Adam's health declined. Beyond realizing his artistic dream, he dedicated all song royalties to charity warming underprivileged lives. This noble humanitarian act ignited a brilliant flame of hope, leaving behind an immortal legacy of love and deeply touching the hearts of millions across the entire world. At just 13 months old in Ceará, Brazil, little Maria Helena is becoming a stirring symbol of the will to survive in the face of immense adversity. Confronting an exceptionally rare medical condition that causes a major facial transformation, this tiny angel is not alone, but is weaving a story of profound courage alongside her family. Her resilient presence and breathing serve as a deep reminder of the priceless value of life, sending a powerful message of inner strength and inspiring boundless hope and deep empathy within the hearts of millions worldwide. Standing at 138 centimeters due to a rare cartilage dysplasia, since age 12, Chun Tan broken through barriers to become the UK's smallest bodybuilder. Not stopping there, this resilient father continues to challenge himself by courageously transitioning to intense combat sports like boxing and MMA. His relentless journey is a powerful testament that an iron will can shatter any physical limits, redefining the true concept of strength and the ultimate desire to conquer. Beyond focusing on his personal career, Chun Tan excellently established his own brand to bring noble humanitarian values to society. His enterprise pioneers fair employment opportunities with high income for the dwarfism community in entertainment events, music videos, and media productions. By transforming differences into unique advantages, he has ignited a flame of confidence, warming and changing the destinies of countless lives. Confronting terminal jaw cancer since 2021, 24-year-old TikTok star Bella Bradford from Sydney transformed grim adversity into a powerful, inspiring journey. Instead of succumbing to harsh trials that began with a wisdom toothache, she chose to proudly radiate her passion for fashion and positive daily moments. The extraordinary bravery of this young woman proved an indomitable spirit, demonstrating that the human soul can transcend any physical limitations and the dark shadows of fate. Before entering eternity, Bella left behind a deeply moving final video as a heartfelt tribute to her followers. She shared that creating content brought her an ultimate purpose and absolute joy during her challenging days. This profound humanitarian message echoes everywhere, reminding humanity that living and growing old is a priceless privilege, a sacred gift that each of us must always cherish and protect at every single moment. At the age of 32, Tammy Saunders suddenly faced a severe health crisis, pushing her to the fragile boundary between life and death. Miraculously escaping the jaws of death, she continued to enter another fierce battle to rebuild herself from the ruins of fate. The greatest challenge now was no longer physical pain, but a courageous psychological journey to face, accept, and embrace an entirely new appearance, affirming an extraordinary bravery in front of grim adversity. Tammy Saunders' journey to find herself is a resilient epic, powerfully inspiring the infinite inner strength of human beings. By courageously overcoming a massive transformation in her appearance, she proved that an individual's true value does not lie in the external shell, but dwells deep within the soul and will. Her story ignites a brilliant flame of hope, moving millions of hearts and reminding us of a fierce desire to live that rises above all hardships. Her resilient willpower proves that no adversity can ever extinguish the desire to live. Don't forget to click subscribe to the channel, hit like, and share your feelings in the comment section below. At the blooming age of 17, a grim and challenging ordeal during physical training suddenly struck Gabriel McKenna Lishka. The crushing weight of a 50-kilogram mechanical object not only caused severe physical trauma, leading to a painful medical decision to part with a portion of his body, but also served as the fiercest test of human courage. Facing the abyss of a massive loss, instead of choosing to surrender to fate or succumb to adversity, the internal flame of will within this young man began to burn more fiercely than ever, ready to confront and conquer. The recovery journey following the incident is not merely a medical story, but an epic saga regarding the rebirth of the human spirit. Adapting to a completely new reality demanded an iron discipline and an unwavering faith in the future. Each passing day was a silent battle where Gabriel resiliently shattered old boundaries, transforming intense pain into motivation to reshape his destiny. He proved that an individual's true value does not lie in what they have lost, but in how they rise, proudly continue to march forward, and turn testing scars into a proud symbol. Gabriel's story does not stop at self-healing, but has become a profound educational icon, illuminating hope for millions of souls out there. It reminds us of the infinite power of positive thinking and relentless perseverance when confronting life's greatest adversities. No physical barrier can ever imprison a free spirit and a fierce desire to rise above. Life may test you in the harshest ways possible, but how you react is the most resounding answer to forge a magnificent new chapter for your entire existence. In 1999, Jacqueline Saborito faced a horrific ordeal when she was trapped inside a burning vehicle after a crash caused by a drunk driver. Despite suffering burns over 60% of her body and enduring severe disfigurement, this resilient woman absolutely refused to succumb to her grim fate. Her miraculous survival journey is a powerful testament that an iron spirit can completely transcend the ultimate physical pain ready to confront a harsh reality to continue writing a brand new chapter for her life. Enduring over 120 painful surgeries to reconstruct her appearance, Jacqueline chose an extraordinary path instead of drowning in the darkness of despair. She courageously stepped into the light, becoming a powerful and direct voice in global campaigns against the act of drunk driving. Utilizing her own profound trauma to awaken humanity was a noble gesture, transforming personal agony into a deep educational message that intensely shakes the conscience and responsibility of every single human being. Jacqueline Saborito's extraordinary actions not only demonstrated a noble forgiveness, but also served as a massive lesson in boundless human courage. By transforming her testing scars into a brilliant symbol of hope, she successfully altered the awareness of millions worldwide regarding traffic safety. Her story echoes as an immortal epic, reminding us of the infinite power of human will and the fierce desire to live fully, forging enduring humanitarian values for the entire society. Vanessa Cornelio was born with neurofibromatosis, a genetic condition that can cause tumors to develop along the nervous system, while scoliosis and kyphosis also affected the shape of her spine. The visible changes to her body once left Vanessa feeling uncertain and uncomfortable under the attention of others. Instead of allowing those differences to close off her world, she gradually learned to face herself with honesty and calmness. By sharing her experience publicly, Vanessa was not asking for pity, but showing that every person deserves to be heard, respected, and recognized for the qualities that exist beyond appearance. The greatest source of strength in Vanessa's journey has been her son. Motherhood helped her understand that courage does not mean never feeling afraid or uncertain. It means continuing forward so that someone you love can feel safe and hopeful. As Vanessa learned to accept her body, she also became a positive example for her child, teaching him to value differences and never judge another person only by appearance. Her story reminds us that resilience does not always appear through dramatic actions. It can be found in daily perseverance, unconditional love, and the quiet determination to remain a dependable source of support for one's family. Continuing the flow of that fortitude, the fateful turning point from the fierce fire incident at just 2 years old seemed to submerge everything into a hopeless void. But in reality, it was the starting point for a deeply proud journey of rebirth. The profound injuries engraved upon most of her body could in no way imprison a soul carrying a burning desire and extraordinary bravery. Instead of hiding in the darkness of self-doubt, she chose to step into the light, actively turning those harsh marks into a powerful declaration of courage and absolute self-esteem across the digital space, making millions of people admire this vivid icon of an indomitable spirit. It was this miraculous psychological transformation that turned those physical fractures into a masterpiece of artistic steadfastness, where all mental barriers were completely shattered. Each remaining mark is no longer a source of pain, but exists as a prestigious medal, a powerful testament to a glorious victory over destiny and the invisible prejudices of society. This legendary story of rising above does not merely stop at evoking deep empathy, but functions as a guiding lighthouse, awakening the hidden intrinsic energy and affirming the sacred, unique value within every single one of us. Born as a twin, sharing the same bloodline with his older brother Hayden, fate tested Gabriel Cooper with a harsh scenario called Pierre-Robin syndrome. For 19 long years, while his brother carried a normal appearance, Gabriel's face suffered severe deformity, creating an invisible deep chasm between two souls that were originally one. This harsh difference was not only physical pain, but also a profound psychological crisis of identity, when the face in the mirror did not reflect the image of his twin brother, the symbol of natural connection. Refusing to surrender to fate and the imprisonment of adversity, Gabriel and his family entered a grueling and resilient medical journey. He had to undergo a series of complex reconstructive surgeries, where each operation was a breathtaking battle between scalpel and biological bone structure. This was not merely a process of changing appearance, but a battle requiring extraordinary courage to endure ultimate physical pain. An iron will and fierce desire were the guiding lighthouse helping the young man overcome seemingly unbreakable medical barriers. Instead of succumbing to fate, he and his family wrote a deeply moving medical epic through years of tempering their will and facing surgical knives. The moment he possessed a complete face identical to his brother was also when the world witnessed the powerful rebirth of an iron spirit. Gabriel's story is a profound educational message about faith, reminding us to cherish our true selves and constantly rise above any storm. Has this boundary-breaking story given you the faith to overcome life's storms? Please support the video with a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment to share your thoughts. At the age of 32, a fateful turning point pushed Tammy Saunders' life into a harsh survival test, forcing her to confront the fragile boundary between life and death. Overcoming the storms of fate with an iron will, she not only reclaimed her right to live, but also began a silent yet greater battle, rebirth from within consciousness. The complete change in appearance was not meant to defeat her, but became a mirror reflecting a resilient inner strength. Courage helped her turn physical trauma into a symbol of bravery, inspiring a fierce passion for life in anyone faltering before adversity. Accepting a completely new version of oneself is never easy, but for that woman, it was the choice of a warrior. Not surrendering to prejudice or conventional psychological barriers, she learned to embrace the traces of time and adversity as a badge of pride. This spiritual revival journey is a vivid proof that true beauty lies not in external perfection, but crystallizes from the desire to live and the positive energy radiating from the soul. By redefining her self-worth, she sends a powerful message of resilient willpower, igniting hope and motivating millions of hearts to walk firmly on the path of finding true happiness. At 5 years old, Misael Caldoño Abreu's growth journey is not peaceful like other children, but a fierce survival battle right from the starting line. Carrying Prader-Willi syndrome, a rare genetic defect, the boy faces a harsh biological mechanism where the brain's satiety control center is completely disabled. For Misael, each passing day is not just natural development, but a suffocating series of challenges to fight against the loss of physical control, turning the early years of life into an invisible and challenging arena. The greatest paradox in this young warrior's life is the tear between biological instinct and the body's tolerance limit. The endless hunger is like an invisible shadow, constantly urging and putting heavy pressure on every cell, causing weight to accumulate uncontrollably. This is not merely a battle with ordinary desires, but a resilient resistance against erroneous commands from the genetic code. Every passing moment requires extraordinary perseverance from both the boy and his family to maintain the line of life against the harshness of fate. Amid the harsh vortex of biological barriers, the unconditional love of his family is the strongest shield protecting Misael. Every decision, every strict control in daily life is testament to a great effort to prolong life and seek opportunities for the boy. This companionship is not just medical care, but has become a profound lesson in sacrifice and altruism. It is the positive energy and steadfast protection from his parents' arms that ignite the flame of hope, helping the 5-year-old boy continue to stand firm against adversity. Misael Caldogno Abreu's story goes beyond the framework of a medical case, becoming a powerful symbol of the true desire to live. The boy's silent yet courageous fight is a profound reminder of the value of health and the extraordinary willpower hidden inside each human being. Looking at Misael's journey, we see not only pain, but also a spirit that never surrenders to fate. That humanistic message touches millions of hearts, spreading a fierce inspiration of courage, understanding, and the desire to rise up and claim life in all circumstances. The Ballad of Motherhood always has its solemn notes, and Bobby Joe Terrio's story is a moving testament to a mother carrying Crouzon syndrome, a rare genetic defect causing deformity in the skull structure. That pain did not stop with her, as her 4 children were born facing the same harsh challenge from fate. Facing a reality full of trials, that mother did not let self-doubt or fear shake her will, but turned boundless love into a resilient shield. She became a solid spiritual support, guiding her children into a grueling survival journey where motherhood blended with the desire to live to create an infinite inner energy. The 5 mother and children's battle to reclaim a normal life was measured by long months in the hospital and a series of complex major surgeries to reconstruct the bone structure. Each operating room, each scar left after the scalpel, was not a symbol of pain, but heroic story chapters about the courage and boundless perseverance of a warrior family. Unity and a spirit of refusing to surrender to fate helped them overcome seemingly impossible medical barriers, closing dark chapters to open a bright future filled with hope. That story goes beyond a medical case, becoming a profound educational lesson about extraordinary resilience and the human desire for freedom to create destiny. Lorenz Dries went through a deeply challenging period after a serious condition was discovered in his jaw. As part of his treatment, doctors removed a portion of the jaw and carried out several necessary reconstructive procedures. Once a young man living an ordinary life, he had to learn how to adjust to major changes in both his daily routine and appearance. Although the journey was far from easy, Lorenz continued rebuilding his confidence, gradually returning to everyday life and moving forward with remarkable patience, determination, and inner strength. Recovery required more than physical endurance, as Lorenz also had to become familiar with a changed version of himself. Rather than withdrawing because of outside attention, he chose to share his story on YouTube with honesty and warmth. His videos do not focus only on hardship, but on the ways people can adapt, preserve hope, and remain connected to others. Lorenz's openness has helped many viewers understand that self-acceptance is a gradual journey built through time, patience, compassion, and the willingness to keep moving forward. What makes Lorenz's journey so memorable is how he transformed his personal experience into a profound humanitarian message about dignity and resilience. An unexpected health crisis forced Lorenz Dries to adapt to an entirely new appearance and harsh physical barriers. Through a persistent spirit and kindness, he transformed personal pain into a deep educational lesson on willpower and human dignity. That young man's extraordinary resilience has certainly given us a great source of inspiration. Please click subscribe to the channel Hit like and share your feelings in the comment section to give extra strength to the community. Amidst the most brilliant years of youth, a fierce adversity struck, threatening to submerge the entire future of the 17-year-old girl. That horrific car accident was so severe that medical personnel once had to make the grim declaration that the pulse of life had completely stopped. However, deep within that seemingly surrendered body, a fierce desire for survival still silently surged, creating a miracle that reversed fate right before the Grim Reaper. Rising from the dead was not only a medical miracle, but also opened a journey of proud rebirth for an iron will. Gold is tested in fire strength in adversity. When the darkness of the accident passed, it was time for her to face a cruel reality. Her body from the waist down had completely lost sensation. The wheelchair now became an involuntary companion, a physical barrier that seemed to imprison all dreams and ambitions in self-doubt and despair. Instead of choosing to blame fate or flee from the world's gaze, that young woman chose to look directly at the flaws with astonishing calmness. She began a silent expedition within her consciousness, learning to redefine herself not based on what was lost, but by the intrinsic values waiting to be awakened. The true transformation began when she stepped into the space of iron bars and gym equipment, where every drop of sweat was a declaration of war against biological limits. Through strict discipline and perseverance, hundreds of times greater than an ordinary person, she trained her upper body into a symbol of strength, flexibility, and outstanding physical beauty. Becoming a professional bodybuilder in a wheelchair, she shattered all stereotypical templates regarding the weakness of people with disabilities. That achievement is eloquent proof that a person's energy and charisma are not determined by the legs, but are guided by a fierce, unyielding spirit. Going beyond the framework of a personal story of overcoming hardship, her journey has now merged into the global inspirational flow, becoming a profound educational lesson in self-esteem. Operating as a speaker and a proud sports icon, she appears before the public to ignite the flame of hope for those faltering before the storms of life. The powerful message echoing from her life is a reminder touching millions of hearts. Never allow any event to set limits on yourself. Use the very scars of the past as material to create the most brilliant and meaningful future. Mackenzie Trush was born with spondyloepimetaphyseal dysplasia, also known as SEMD, a rare condition that affects skeletal development and leaves her standing about 3 feet tall. Yet her small stature has never been able to reduce the size of the dreams she holds for her life. From an early age, Mackenzie learned to adapt to everyday challenges while moving beyond social expectations that often judge people by outward appearance. Rather than allowing her difference to become a wall separating her from others, she transformed it into motivation to live with confidence, independence, curiosity, and an unmistakable sense of purpose. Her passion for the stage gave Mackenzie a place where talent, emotion, and creativity could speak more powerfully than any outside judgment. She studied the performing arts, participated in theatrical productions, and continued seeking opportunities to express herself through genuine ability. Mackenzie also found ways to take part in activities such as horseback riding, showing that physical differences do not automatically require someone to abandon what they love. Every step she takes quietly challenges an outdated assumption, while encouraging others to explore their own abilities, pursue meaningful interests, and refuse to let social expectations determine the boundaries of their lives. On social media, Mackenzie shares her life with humor, honesty, and uplifting energy. Her content is entertaining, while also helping audiences better understand people of short stature without reducing them to objects of pity. The message she communicates is simple but powerful. Every individual deserves to be recognized for their talent, personality choices, and contributions. Mackenzie reminds us that beauty cannot be contained within one fixed standard, and personal worth is not measured in inches or shaped by public expectations. It grows through self-respect, resilience, kindness, and the courage to live openly as the person one truly is. In the digital era, the phenomenon of Kirill Tereshin once shocked global media with a highly distorted muscular appearance following extreme physical intervention decisions. This instant overnight fame on social media platforms inadvertently became a psychological trap, deeply reflecting the invisible pressure to possess a distinct appearance to gain social validation. Instead of persistently pursuing a healthy lifestyle and enduring training, this highly risky shortcut pushed a young individual into a systematic vortex of mistakes. The consequences of unsafe choices rapidly transformed into a severe medical crisis for physical health. The heavy disfigurement of muscle tissues, along with strict medical warnings regarding the risk of permanent damage, serve as a costly wake-up call about the limits of the human body. These arising physical barriers not only directly threaten natural mobility, but also act as a fierce test, forcing an individual to confront a grim reality after moments of severe delusion. The underlying nature of this story does not merely stop at an isolated case, but serves as a mirror reflecting the distorted perceptions of a segment of the younger generation under the allure of the virtual world. When the boundary between true value and temporary acclaim is blurred, individuals easily trade their personal safety for invisible interactions. Treating the physical body as an experimental tool for unverified methods is a costly lesson in maturity and self-responsibility. This turbulent journey leaves behind a profound educational message about positioning an individual's true value in modern society. Genuine beauty and strength are never constructed from temporary illusions, but must originate from thoroughly sound, thinking self-respect and the discipline to protect life. Overcoming the darkness of mistakes to awaken humanity is the greatest humanitarian value, reminding us to cherish and preserve our own integrity against all temptations. The above content is edited entirely based on public information for educational, entertainment, and inspirational purposes, and absolutely does not promote or provide instructions for any dangerous actions. Born with a severe congenital condition, completely lacking both arms and possessing only a single leg, Trey Nubb faced a grim ordeal right from birth. This rare anomaly without a clear medical cause seemed to slam shut all doors to the future, forcing him to endure biased societal gazes throughout his childhood. However, those massive physical barriers could never imprison an indomitable will, where a courageous soul began a relentless journey of self-adaptation to master his own destiny. Despite the skepticism of the world, Trey Nubb resolutely pursued a burning passion for music to discover his true self. He invented a unique method by utilizing athletic bands to firmly secure drumsticks onto his remaining physical form, entering an unceasing process of intense training. The powerful rhythms echoing from that extraordinary effort serve as the most resounding answer, proving that an absolute flame of passion can shatter any limits and transform the impossible into reality. Overcoming adversity to become a talented drummer and a world-renowned inspirational speaker, he chose the moniker Mr. Handy Capable as a proud symbol. His breakthrough journey does not merely stop at personal artistry, but has evolved into a profound educational message about the ultimate power of positive thinking. His story ignites a brilliant flame of hope for millions of souls, reminding humanity that an individual's true value is defined by the bravery to rise and a fierce desire to soar. Kennedy entered life with a severe malfunction in her tissue circulation system, a massive lymphatic malformation enveloping her entire mouth and jaw. Biologically, this tumor was the result of abnormal growth in the lymphatic vessels, creating an invasive soft tissue structure that completely deformed the lower part of her face. In a society operating on symmetrical standards, Kennedy immediately became a different entity, facing the risk of being excluded from normal social systems. Rather than being just a medical condition, Kennedy's tumor became a harsh test of the community's capacity for acceptance, where cruel words often acted like a social virus, attacking the psyche of vulnerable children. Instead of choosing the hideaway solution of homeschooling to shield her from harm, Kennedy's mother made a strategic decision to place her directly into the mainstream school environment. This was not a reckless gamble, but a process of psychological restructuring designed to help Kennedy build a mental immune system against the harshness of reality. Her mother believed that early exposure to the outside world would prevent her from being trapped under the label of victim, and instead teach her how to navigate life as an independent individual. Bablu Pashi, a man from India, has become a powerful source of inspiration for his community due to his determination to overcome a harsh fate. Born with a rare condition that caused his arms to develop abnormally and not function in a natural way, Bablu faced countless difficulties in his daily life from an early age. In a society where manual labor plays a central role, this disability seemed to close off all future opportunities for him. However, instead of accepting a life dependent on others' pity, Bablu chose a difficult but proud path, training himself to use his feet as his second hands. Through persistent determination, he learned to use his feet to perform tasks requiring great dexterity, even those that many able-bodied people would find challenging. He is able to feed himself, take care of personal hygiene, and most importantly, work to support his own living. Bablu's image of working tirelessly, using his feet to operate tools and perform technical tasks, has made a strong impression on those around him. Beyond earning a livelihood, he also actively participates in community activities, using his story to encourage others in similar situations not to give up on their dreams. His journey is a vivid testament to the human ability to adapt infinitely in the face of life's harshest challenges. The profound educational lesson from Bablu Pashi's life is the spirit of self-reliance and the value of adaptability. He teaches us that adversity is not an end point, but a test of human resilience and creativity. Instead of blaming fate or waiting for help, actively seeking solutions and developing new skills helps us take control of our own lives. Leonid Stadnik was born in 1970 in a small village in the Zhytomyr region of Ukraine, and his life was an extraordinary journey defined by his exceptional height. Unlike people who are naturally tall, Leonid's rapid growth began at the age of 14, after a brain decompression surgery that unintentionally affected his pituitary gland. From that point on, his body continued to grow uncontrollably, eventually making him one of the tallest people in the world, with a recorded height of over 2.5 meters. However, instead of seeking fame or financial gain from his unusual appearance, Leonid chose a quiet, simple life closely connected to his homeland. Despite his enormous stature, which made movement and daily activities extremely difficult, he pursued education and graduated in veterinary medicine. He worked at a local farm, devotedly caring for animals until his health no longer allowed him to continue. His life was filled with practical challenges, from not having clothes or shoes that fit him to refusing official recognition from the Guinness World Records because he did not want media attention to disturb his peaceful life. Leonid spent much of his later years gardening, keeping bees, and caring for his elderly mother, finding joy in the simplest forms of labor. The life journey of Leonid Stadnik carries a profound educational lesson about humility and the value of inner peace. He teaches us that even when possessing extraordinary physical traits that attract global attention, a person still has the right to choose how they want to live, rather than chasing fame and glamour. Leonid demonstrates that true strength does not lie in physical size, but in kindness and steadfastness in one's personal values. His story reminds us to cherish simple things, live in harmony with nature, and maintain our identity regardless of external pressures or expectations from society. Do you believe true greatness lies in simplicity, humility, and kindness? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring stories like this. Life may test us with the harshest scenarios, but how we rise and proudly march forward is the ultimate answer that shapes our destiny. The silent warriors we just watched have proved that genuine strength never lies in a perfect appearance, but originates from a courageous soul and positive thinking. Do you feel deeply inspired and rediscover your own deep confidence after witnessing this fierce desire to rise above? If you truly admire their iron will and immensely proud stories, please hit the like button to empower all of us. Share your emotions in the comment section below and click subscribe to the channel today.